Brian here with Prudential Pest Solutions, and in this video we are going to remove a big bald-faced hornet's nest from the eaves of a house in Coatesville, PA. Let's take a look at how we did it. So as you can see here, this nest is located in the dormer, the eave of the dormer, above the second floor of the house here. And again, this house is in Coatesville, PA, which is in Chester County in southeastern Pennsylvania, about 45 minutes west of Philadelphia. So as you can see here, I have my 22-foot ladder up there, and what was challenging about this is because the roof overhang is where it is, I had to put my ladder out further, which I don't like to do typically because I don't want it to kick out on me. But the other problem is if it was too straight up, the gutter would have been used as a pivot point, and when I had my weight above the gutter, it could have caused me to kind of flip out of there too, which I don't want to do. So I got my bee suit on, I have my PTPI, and all I'm going to take up there is my aerosol PTPI and my painter's tool, which I use to scrape nests off. And we like to go right up to the nest. So I'm going to go directly underneath this hornet's nest, and we're going to inject into that opening. And when I inject that aerosol into that opening, it works so quickly and it permeates that whole nest almost instantly that the nest is dead almost, within seconds, which is important when you're 20 plus feet off the ground in a bee's nest or a bee suit with hornets flying all around you. You want a product that's going to work quickly, and that's the one I like to use. So we're going to give that a couple seconds. We're going to make sure that the aerosol permeated everywhere in there, and then we're going to remove the nest. Now, folks often ask me, well, what happens to the hornets that are out of the nest already? Are these ones that are kind of hovering around the outside? What happens with them? Well, the aerosol does not have a residual, meaning there's no long-lasting effects with it. What I don't show in these videos, though, is after every treatment that we do, after I remove the nest, I get down off the ladder and I apply a liquid insecticide to that area. And a side note here, I did not want that nest to fall like that. I wanted to drop it into the gravel and the grass, but when you're 20 feet up like that, sometimes the job just doesn't work. So anyway, we got the nest out of there. We're just going to scrape all this debris off. But getting back to the residual and the hornets that weren't in there, is that they're going to come back. And number one, this is in August, so they can't rebuild the nest anyway. They just don't have enough time left in the season. But that liquid, they're going to congregate where that nest was. And when I apply that liquid up there, that liquid does have a long-lasting effect. So they're going to land on that area where the nest was, and it's going to kill them off. So not only did we kill and remove the nest, but any of the stragglers, any of the workers, when they come back, they're also going to be killed. And again, my terrible aim here, it just slipped out of my hand and landed on the roof, but no worries, we're going to get all that cleaned up. And let's get the big chunk of the nest out of here. And you can see here, just like honeybees, they make combs, but as opposed to honeybees, there's no honey in there. Okay, all that white capping, all that white in there is all the larvae. So whether it was later today, a week, or a month from now, those would have all hatched and all have been new hornets. And sometimes these nests can be quite big. They can be 3, 4 plus tiers of nest, whereas this one is only one big one, a little bit smaller than a frisbee, I suppose. But like I said, all the white that you see there would have all been new hornets that would have emerged here very soon. So we got this nest treated. Like I said, I'm going to take my suit off. We're going to spray up that area. We're going to make sure everything's cleaned up and call this job good. So if you have a bee, hornet, or wasp issue at your house and you live in southeastern Pennsylvania, whether you live in Berks County, Chester County, or the surrounding areas, give Prudential Pest Solutions a call or find us online at prudentialpest.com. We're locally owned and operated, and we're also veteran owned and operated. And if you like this kind of content and you like these videos, go ahead and give us a like. Go ahead and subscribe because I got plenty more to come.